Strong man. What's up, man? How y'all feeling?
Steady talks, they trying to get you to fall, man. The devil knows that he gotta take out the strong man. You gotta take out the strong man.
Hey!
Time for the fake be a call.
How y'all feeling, man? It's Monday morning.
Many men a week, so we gotta be a strong man. Many men a week, you better stand. Show me, homie, are you even getting banned?
Hey!
All you gotta say is a woman, not a man. And you just gotta pray what you're doing, what you're planning. Take a look around, we put women on the front line. How man, soft men make for a tough time. You been too complacent, got used to the sunshine. Put your guard down, feet up, won't you unwind? Let the devil in, and now it's too late. Just a little bit of sin, and now it's too great. Just a little slumber, devil hit you with the freight.
Hey!
Finds a woman, everybody took the bait. Look, I can see it coming down the pipe. More Michelle's gonna be turned into a mic. LGBTQ, but they forgot the dyke. Man, forget YouTube, all they do is give me strikes.
Hey! Strong man.
Don't let it feminize you what you want.
Hey!
Stand talks, they trying to get you to fall, man. The devil knows that he gotta take out the strong man. You gotta take out the strong man. Or you gon' die for the fake, be a call, man. Don't let it feminize you what you want, man. Many men are weak, so we gotta be the strong man.
Hard times create hard men. Hard men
Create soft times. Soft times create strong men.
soft men create hard times. We are now.
How y'all feeling, man? It's Monday morning, man. Y'all come on up in here.
If you're suppressing masculinity, you're going to bring on hard times.
How y'all feeling this morning, man? It's Monday morning. Y'all come on in here. Y'all know what time it is, man. Hey!
Can I be honest? Can I be honest? Can I be honest? It seems like there are plenty, but I'm just searching for the one. I don't want to see you though. Could you be the one? You could be the urban type or the suburban type. I like the working type. You could keep the twerking type. Could the women with real talent please stand up? Cause nowadays you could get famous just by having a butt. Man, what? Oh yeah, you know it's true. And some women think without that man don't notice you. But you could be a silver and not be worth a copper. That means you could be a dime and not be worth a penny. Do you find
Hey, what's up, man? How y'all feeling this morning?
Queens who got their dignity intact. That's the type of women who don't get enough attention. She ain't got the most likes, the most followers, all mentions for real. But I'm looking for a wife, not a baby mama. I'm gonna start a page on ChristianMingle.com. If you cook good, that's a good look. I know you look good, but do you know the good book? Could you be the one that I want? Could you be the one I need? Could you be the one I'm looking for? Could you be the one that I can see in my dreams? I know there are plenty. I just want the one.
Hey!
I don't want you sitting.
Hey! So could you be the one?
I'm a messed up guy
In a lot of ways.
and I'ma probably make you mad at me a lot of days. But when you mad and you don't want to speak, I need to know you love God
More than you love me.
Cause I can't be on the road every night catching flights, stressing life. It's somebody at the crib with my wife, and I can't knock another dude for spitting his game. But if you choose to entertain, I would throw you off a plane. Not really, but I need a woman mentally strong. If you put David before God, that's mentally wrong. God could show you how to love me in ways that I can't. Just because I'm from New Orleans, baby, I ain't no saint. So I salute all the queens that we do have.
Hey,
appreciate you, baby.
What's up, baby?
Them girls living fast, living reckless ain't gonna last. And just remember, class don't compare itself to trash. Could you be the one I want? Could you be the one I need? Could you be the one I'm looking for? Could you be the one that I see in my dreams? I know there are plenty. I just want the one.
Hey!
I don't want you sitting. So could you be the one?
Hey!
Natural children and rights.
Beautiful smile
Tells
no lies. Hey! Love's God more than you love me. You really love me. For me. Hey, man. That boy say love God more than they love me, but really love me for me. How y'all feeling on this beautiful Monday morning, man? Hey, listen, man. I'm going to tell y'all right now, if y'all wasn't at the Fold 9 Awards last night, oh, y'all missed the whole show. I'm talking about it was a movie. It went down. G County stood up last night, man. If you wasn't there, you missed it. I sure hate to tell you, boy, but if you wasn't at the show last night, you missed it. And you know they had yours truly working the red carpet, man. Bringing the people in, getting them to feel the energy as soon as they hit the door. You know what I'm saying? Listen, man, one thing that I've learned, I'm understanding, and I know now as a true fact, right? Energy is real. Energy is real. You can't create it. You can't destroy it. You can only transfer it. And a lot of times people don't even realize that they walking around with negative energy all day long. What's up, Walt? Hey, Mama Rosalind, hey, Bonnie, Enrique. What's up, man? How y'all feeling, sir? What's up, man? How y'all feeling this morning, man? Say, listen. I want to talk to y'all this morning about something that's really, really, that I'm starting to feel and I see. And I was like, man, like this past week, Thanksgiving week, it was amazing, right? I might not had everything that I wanted to have to go do all the things that I wanted to do, but I was blessed, man. I was content. Like, you know what I'm saying? Because like I say, I can remember being locked up on Thanksgiving, having to go work in the hog barn. But for the last 13 years, I've been able to go to the Lady of the Fatima. Shout out to Miss Barbara and all the volunteers and the different churches that come together and actually be able to feed the homeless, man. You feel me? And be able to be there and love on them and hug on them and touch on them and motivate them and encourage them. And I've realized that a lot of times we have so much to be thankful for that we don't even realize it, because a lot of the stuff that we done prayed for that we didn't have, that we actually have now, we see other people with other things and we lose contentment and we start wanting what everybody else got and what everybody else doing, not realizing at some point you got to be really truly thankful for where you at. So let me ask you this morning, what are you truly thankful for? Like, have you ever just sat back and looked at everything from the whole big picture and just realized that, you know what, man? I can remember when I was in this situation. I can remember when I was going through this and this was happening in my life. But that's no more. I done made it through that. You feel me? I am thankful. Man, listen, I'm thankful just simply for the breath in my lungs. I'm thankful simply because of me being in my right mind, man. All the drugs that I used to use, staying up late, not putting no water, being dehydrated, malnutrition. I mean, like, I was really out there tripping with myself. But now I can sit back and look at all of that and just truly thank God for where I come from. Man, I can thank God, man. I still got people around me that love me for me, that understand that, hey, listen, man, I can remember when I wasn't doing nothing constructive with my life, when I was leading other people on the highway to hell right along with me. And now I'm able to tell people about Jesus and tell people about what God done did in my life. Man, there's so many things that I could just truly be thankful for, that I realized that when you are content and you're in contentment and you're being thankful, that is what opens the door. That is what opened the door for the other things. Listen, just think about this, man. They was the children of Israel was fixing to get ready to go into the promised land, right? They sent 10 spies. They sent 12 spies to go in, look at the land, observe the land, and to come back and tell us, what did y'all see? 10 of them came out and said, man, listen, man, they got these big old giants in there, like we scared, we can't do. And then 2 of them, Joseph, and the other guy, was that his name? Now, well, anyway, y'all know what I'm talking about. They came out of there and they told him, now, say, listen, man, I know what y'all saw in there, and I understand that they look like they big, but we finna believe the report of the Lord. The Lord said we can overtake them, right? And them people went in there. But the people who was complaining and murmuring and having faith, no faith, they had to walk around for 40 years in the wilderness. They didn't get to make it into the promised land. And listen, man, It's a lot of y'all that been praying and asking God for stuff, but you ain't been showing no appreciation. You ain't been showing no thankfulness. You've been murmuring and complaining and wondering why you ain't got it yet and this, that, and the other, and you don't even realize it, but you walking around in the wilderness and you wonder why things ain't happening for you yet. You got to start being thankful, being grateful, being appreciative, and just letting God know, listen, God, if you don't do another thing for me, you done already did enough. Because I know it's a lot of y'all that can look back on y'all life and y'all can think about people that's in y'all life right now that ain't done, listen, they ain't done half of the stuff that you done did that could have killed you. And they not here no more, right? They not here to be able to live and tell about the greatness and the goodness of God and what God done done in their life, man. So I'm telling you, man, I had to realize that, right? I started feeling like, man, why I ain't here yet, man? Why I ain't doing this and woo woo? And God say, listen, you got to remember that I'm a God that works on my time, not your time, on my time. And when you trust me and you truly trust me and you let things happen exactly the way that I want them to happen for you, they are going to line up exactly when I need them to line up for you. I just need you to just stay in position. Keep on trusting me, right? You just got to keep on trusting me and keep on believing in me, because guess what? Once you trust and believe in the vision that I got for you, because I'm going to give you the vision. And once I give you the vision, I'm going to also provide the provision. And once I know that you are going to walk these steps out exactly the way that I need you to walk these steps out, those going to start opening like they coming off the hinges, man. Listen, what I've learned and I'm understanding is, you just got to keep putting one foot in front of the other, right? Keep putting one foot in front of the other. And the more you keep putting one foot in front of the other, you're going to look up and you're going to look back and you're going to realize that you are so far from where you started at, right? You are so far from where you started at, but you are still a little ways away from where you got to go. And when you realize that little ways that you are from where you got to go, that's just a little bit more learning. That's just a little bit more humbleness. That's just a little bit more thankfulness. That's just a little bit more giving, right? Giving to the people who are less fortunate than you, helping the people that are on the same journey as you. Y'all might be going in the same direction, but not in the same destination, but y'all going the same way. And there's some stuff that you done went through in your life, some red tape, some roadblocks that you had to get over, that you see that they going through right now. And you can lend a hand. That's why you can lend a hand. That's why I tell people, listen, man, it's too many people that are actually, that have a lot of information that you can use right now where you're at, but they want to gatekeep, right? Oh, you got to pay me and you got to do this. And not realizing, listen, man, every technique, everything that you got, God gave you that, right? And God actually gave you that so you can turn around and help somebody else that may be in that same predicament, that may need that same thing right now. And I can guarantee you, when people start looking at life like that, realizing that 80 to 85% of the stuff that you got and that you go through, not even really for you, man. It's really to help the people that's coming behind you, that God is going to be putting in your path. God going to be putting in your situation so you can do different things to help different people, man. I'm telling you, man, this past week showed me a whole lot, man, that I got so much to be thankful for, man. I got so much to be grateful for, because it could be so much worse, bro. Like, a lot of time people don't even really understand how hard they got it until they understand how hard they got it. And guess what? At the end of the day, life is not meant to be hard to where it breaks you, kills you, and knock you out the race. Life is only like that to help teach you, mold you, and grow you into who you want to be, right? Because listen, there's some people right now, they wake up, they ain't got no hope, they ain't got no dreams, they ain't got no desires. They just wake up, they go through life, and they go to sleep. They wake up, they go through life, and they go to sleep. And a lot of times we look at these people and we like, man, their life is just so easy, man. Because you got to understand, sometimes just calling a spade was spade. Sometimes people just, they're okay. But then you got people like me, right? You got people like me that straight up certified generational curse breaker, right? Wasn't nobody at my dinner table talking about insurance and real estate and all these different things, crypto and investing. Nobody was talking about none of that, right? Leaving stuff for your children's children. So people like me who's coming in and saying, hey, listen, I plan on changing a whole generation behind me. And being that I'm going to be first generation to do it, you think it's going to be easy for me? No, it's not going to be easy for me, because you got to understand, before I can even start setting the foundation and the blocks for the foundation that I want to start, I got to dig myself out the hole that my family lineage already put me in. Do you hear me? Listen, I started having bad credit when I was 9, 10 years old because my mama used my name for our phone bill. Y'all don't hear me? I started having bad credit when I was 9 years old. You feel me? So it's a lot of stuff that I'm going through right now that I'm still having to dig myself out of that I ain't put myself in. And it's a lot of y'all like that the same way. Y'all digging y'allself out of holes that y'all didn't even put y'allself in, right? And we got to start understanding that the farther we want to go in life, the harder it's going to be for us, man. It's not, hey, listen, if it was peaches and creams, everybody will be doing it. But that's why you see some people, listen, you see some people that we call stars and celebrities and all these people doing these great things, not realizing those are just regular people. Those are regular people that tapped into what God was showing them how to do, what he's giving them talent to do. That's all they are. Regular people that believed and trusted God and started tapping in to what God showed them that he has equipped them to do. And they did it to the best of their ability. And they realized that, no, they are actually great in doing what they do. And guess what? The greatest thing about all of this, God gave every one of us, everybody on this earth, a gift and a talent. All you got to do is start figuring out, learn yourself, start learning to loving how you understand yourself. And once you start understanding yourself and you start realizing that you are equipped with something to do something great on this earth, and once you figure out what that is and you start figuring out where you can do these great things at, and you start doing these great things, people are going to start saying, wow, man, how you do that, man? That's not realizing, right? Everybody got access to that same thing. But a lot of times people just don't tap into what their greatness is, and they wake up, they go through life, and they go to sleep. Right? But you got to start realizing I got something inside of me that make me great, right? And it all starts with you understanding that everything that you go through is actually, right, is actually training ground for you to get to where you truly want to go in life. It's like a little life boot camp that God put you through. We think we going through this hard stuff and we don't know how we going to get out of it. And, oh, Lord, why me? Why I got to go through this? Not realizing he just putting you through a little basic training to show you that if you ready or not. Because a lot of times we think we be ready for stuff and not even realizing if we get it, it knocks us all the way off track. Like some of us, we've been praying for this, we've been praying for that. And then as soon as we get it, we gone. We on a whole nother path. We not even doing what we supposed to do with what we got when we supposed to do with it. We just get it and we gone. Now realizing, no, you had a purpose and a plan for that. God gave you that for a reason. Why was you praying for that? Right? And once you start understanding that, you'll realize and understand that, hey, listen, man, once you start showing gratefulness, appreciation, and all of these things, God said, okay, now I can open some more doors for you, because I know the things that I'm equipping you with, the things that I'm showing you, helping you grow, you're going to turn around and you're going to equip and show somebody else, and you're going to put other people on. You're going to train other people, and you're going to show other people how to do these kind of things, man, right? So this morning, I pose to you again, what are you truly thankful for, man? Because when you start understanding that, listen, life can be so much harder. Just think about this, right? It was a guy driving the latest, greatest sports car. He pulled up to the stop sign and he looked up in the sky and he see a private jet. And he said, man, I sure wish I had a jet. But in that same moment, it's another guy riding up on the bicycle that see the guy in the car and say, man, that sure is a nice car. I wish I had a car. But in that same moment, it's another kid walking up to the bus stop that see the kid on the bike and say, man, that sure is a nice bike. I wish I had a bike. But in that same moment, it's a kid sitting in a two-story window looking down at the kid that's walking to the bus stop. But the kid that's upstairs, he paralyzed from the waist down. And he see the kid walking. He say, man, that kid has legs. I wish I had legs. He can go anywhere he wants. So no matter where you at in your life and in your journey, do you realize there's somebody somewhere praying for what you got? And that same stuff that they praying for, that they wish you had, that they wish they had, that you got already, you complaining about it. And believe it or not, this stuff that you used to pray for. This is stuff that you used to pray for. And I'm telling you, man, when we get back to that, when we get back to saying, you know, hey, listen, every morning, as soon as I wake up, I'm not going to even lie, as soon as I wake up, as soon as I crack my eyes too, Lord, thank you for waking me up. Please give me the strength to go on through this day, Lord. And whatever you got for me today, please make it visual to me. Make it visual for me. Please let me know. Let me be in the huddle whenever you call in the place so I ain't just out there running crazy, running a route I ain't supposed to be running. You feel me? I'm telling you, man, like, say, listen, we at the end of 2024. And if 2024 was a year that I don't think anybody gonna ever forget, man. We lost some legendary people, man. A lot of things happened, right? A lot of things, a lot of businesses was lost. A lot of people lost their lives. Like a lot of relationships got tarnished. All kind of stuff happened in 2024, man. But guess what? We here. God let us see another day. So what are we gonna do with the time that God has given us to be here on this earth, man? We're not here for nothing, right? You got to understand, you have a purpose, you have a calling, and God got a plan for your life. So what are you going to do with the time that you here, man? Right? And I'll start learning and understanding that, like, whenever I talk, these youngsters listen. My nieces and my nephews, they listen. So I've realized, Doc, you have a calling on your life. It's certain things that you can and cannot do. It's certain places that you can and cannot go. Because guess what? At the end of the day, the Bible says if you cause one of these little ones to stumble, you might as well tie a millstone around your neck and jump off the deep of the sea. And I took that when he said these little ones, I took that to heart, man, because I've realized how many of these, my nieces and my nephews, they actually look up to me. They actually love Unk'L Doc because they know one thing, Unk'L Doc, he gonna figure. I know one thing about y'all, man. I know one thing about my nieces and my nephews, man. They don't care how much you know until you show how much you care. And that be the problem with a lot of people. A lot of people just want to reprimand them and discipline and all this kind of stuff before they actually get to the root, get to understand them, get to know them. Hey, how's your day going today? I know you might not be having the best home life and stuff may be going on with you. So I understand the teacher say you doing this and you in trouble right now. That ain't why I'm here, man. I just want to hug on you and figure out how you doing. How is your day going? Right? And when you start doing that, man, and you loving on these babies, man, that's all they really want, because a lot of them are being thrown in the fire that they shouldn't even be thrown in, because the people that's in front of them don't realize that they throwing them in the fire, man. You feel me? And so, like, listen, find your thing. Find your it factor. Find why the Creator created you. Right? And start utilizing it, start walking in it, start being thankful, start being grateful. I can guarantee you, man, when you have an attitude of gratitude, it'll take your life to a whole new latitude. Ooh, that was good. When you have an attitude of gratitude, it will take your life to a whole nother latitude, man. You just got to understand, man. Like my pastor was preaching yesterday about being content. Paul said, I'm content. I done been abased, meaning I done been down, and I done been abound. I done been up. I know what it feels like in both times, but in both of those times, I'm content and I'm good. And that's where I'm at in life, man. Like, I'm content. I know where God taking me. I know where I come from. I know where I'm at. But in all things, I'm content, man, because at the end of the day, if you ain't got it yet, then maybe it ain't meant for you, or it's just not the time for it. And a lot of times when we don't have what we feel like we supposed to have, when we supposed to have it, we feel like God ain't just showed up. He forgot about us. He just sitting up there and say, oh, God dog it, I forgot about that. No, man. God ain't doing none of that, man. Sometimes what we think we want and what we think we need is two different things, right? What we really, really want ain't what we need, and what we need ain't what we really, really want. And sometimes when the package don't show up the way that we feel like it was supposed to show up, we feel like God didn't show up. Now, realizing God showed up exactly the way that he was supposed to show up for you in that moment. And when you can trust that he's going to show up for you exactly the way that he's supposed to show up in that moment, you're going to be thankful for everything that come, how it come, when it come, if it don't come. You hear me? And we got to start knowing that, man. We got to start understanding that. We got to start learning that, and we got to start being okay with it. And when you start being okay with the things that don't happen, that you thought was supposed to happen, then God going to start opening up the doors for the things that you really, really wanted, but you ain't think he could do. But because you trusted him, he'll show you that I can do all things, man. It ain't nothing that God can't do. The only thing God can't do is what you can't believe him for. Huh? The only thing God can't do is what you can't believe in for. I try to tell people all the time, God can only do as much as you can believe in for. So what are you believing for? Is your belief system where it really supposed to be? Or are you like the little engine that could? I think I can, I think I can, I think I can. But deep down inside, you don't really think you can. You don't really think you can. And you got to get to the point to where you say, you know what? I'm finna be crazy enough to believe this. And I believe when you make that decision to decide in your mind that you're going to be crazy enough to believe this, guess what? God said, I'm finna be crazy enough to show you I can do it. And boy, when I tell you that opened up a whole nother door of belief, expectation, trust, all of this, all of it run tandem, all of it run together, man. So listen, man, on this beautiful Monday morning, man, the Monday after Thanksgiving, what are you thankful for? What are you being appreciative for? What are you going to look back on and say, you know what? God, I'm glad that didn't happen for me. God, I'm glad you didn't open that door for me. God, I'm glad you didn't let that relationship keep going. God, I'm glad you cut that off. Right? Right? Because at the end of the day, when you know that you know that you know that you know, that he's all that you need, it ain't nothing in life, man, that's going to be too hard for you. But a lot of times, we don't really trust God the way that we say we trust God, and we don't really believe that he can do what he said he can do. And a lot of times, we don't even understand that's what's keeping us where we at. It's our own belief system. It's our own belief system. And we got to realize, man, we got to start opening up that belief system and truly believing what we believe, and knowing that when we believe what we believe and you get it up here and you see that mental picture and you say, you know what? It's two options. It has to happen or it has to happen. That's it. That's it. It has to happen or it has to happen. So, man, I want to thank y'all again tapping in with me on this beautiful Monday morning. You know I love y'all. You know I love y'all, man. And guess what? We can do anything we put our mind to. Heavenly Father, thank you again for everything you've done, doing, and are going to do. I just pray right now that you just continue to strengthen us, walk with us, continue to guide and lead us, God. Continue to use us in a mighty way. Do what only you can do in our lives. We want to say thank you and that we love you. And in the mighty name of Jesus, we pray. Amen. Hey, lucky you. Hey.
Y'all ready?
Y'all ready?
Hey, babe, tell the kids to keep it down. I'm recording.
Also,
yeah. Back up in the lab again. Get the cooking. Yep, going ham again. Flow like a batter of a ram or a man in the van crashing into they whack rappers again, cause I'm mad at them. Tell them it's a rap. Welcome to the except for the cabbage of any rapper hell in the bath of me. You can't stomach the subject matter we handle. If you did, man, it's either to probably shatter your abdomen, dog. I hear y'all sucking y'all teeth when you hear Christian rap like
the Son of God sweet. Boy, if I come at y'all, you know what I could have done to y'all. If I run a dog, what none of y'all eat. Looking at game like a cat burglar, the rap Nat Turner with a habit to wrap circles around you, but you never heard of me, so I understand when you laugh, but just know I can murder these rap cats that you have heard of. The hardest part of this is not to bury you. Part of me don't want it, but the other part is daring you. Feeling froggy, take a leap like a skydiver. I promise I'ma catch your body like a parachute. You know how hard it is keeping it positive, even with God in it. If not, it'd be more people involved in it. Just know it's not hip-hop in a lesser form. It's true music, harder to make, but it's better form. I could have been a villain, lucky you. But I'm over here chilling, lucky you. I could have been on that side, lucky you. But the flow got baptized, lucky you. So if I just feel like they just had to know, realize that if I want it, I can go. Put everything on that side, lucky you. But the flow got baptized, lucky you.
Hey man, I love y'all, man.
I've arrived, it's me, the Bible guy. I was only trying to shine